recreated from the legendary movie, The Irishman. Many of the great DPs talk good about its cinematography, and I thought I'd give the look a try. Storyline had three different eras with three very different looks. The lighting was layered and had many complexities. What seemed simple at first turned out to be pretty daunting. Luckily for me, much of the heavy lifting of the scenes were done by the two very talented actors who gave their absolute best towards their respective characters. They had to act like 70-year-old, and for someone who is very much younger than that, is pretty tough. Also, the movie was based off a mafia lore. The pauses, the eye stares, the stances, and the tone of the voice all had to change to come close to the one in the original. Endless hours of character analysis, staying true to the plot, and adapting oneself to the character were also done. Camera rehearsals were also conducted to get a good idea of the blocking, screen direction, and lighting. The set designing was a whole different chapter, as half of the props they use in the movie are not available in the modern era, which is hard to get by. We had to work around makeshift props, and somehow they worked out. All of the scenes that we tried to recreate had static shots and were over the shoulder or single shots. We opted to go for one camera setup for the entire show. So when one was acting in the frame, the other was giving cues. We wanted to take time with the three scenes as we felt that they needed very intricate work. The crew came in early and they turned my studio into 80s film set. The lighting for this scene was rather simple. We noticed in the original scene that the cinematographer had used a combination of soft and hard light for the face. So to get on with the look, we started off with an SL60 with Bonder on to act as a hard edge light. For the key light, we used an SL60 with softbox anchored on. We then placed a black cloth on frame light to add some negative fill. Then we noticed a plant-like pattern in the original scene. So we added a fake plant along with a Godox TL30 to illuminate the back wall. For the other character sitting opposite to him, the lighting was pretty much the same, apart from the plant-like pattern. This time, we used a Godox TL30 and grid to add some lift to the back wall. This was a phone conversation scene where one character was in bar and the other one was in the office. Designing the space was a lot of fun. In the first shot, we had 3 lamps as our practical light source. For the key light on his face, he used an SL60 with softbox at 45-degree angle. We then added a SL60 with barn door on as backlight for the subject. We used black cloth on frame right to act as negative fill. Moving forward with background lighting, we used the TL60 to act as a kicker light for the white table. The lighting was almost done and it matched a lot with the frame in the movie, but I felt that it needed a little more of perfection. So we added some texture on the curtain and a TL30 with grid on to add some lift to the back wall. An office setup had to be made for the second shot. We only had one table lamp as a practical light source. Funny enough, the table lamp stopped working just before the start of the show. In the final shot, you do see the lamp glowing, but there's no bulb inside. This is where the projector mount comes in clutch. We aimed the projector mount with SL60 at the inner reflector of the lamp. As for the face light, we used an SL60 with softbox. We used a TL60 to add some lift to the table. A hair light was added in the form of SL150 with barn door. To finish the look, the TL30 was used to add some punch to the back wall. This was another bar scene, and as far as the set designing is concerned, this looks very much same as to what they had in the actual film. I'm very proud of how the team designed the space. In the first shot, we used an SL60 with softbox on for his face, and we used an SL60 with barn doors as hard light to highlight his hair and shoulders. We again used the projector mount to light up the lamp on the right of the frame, and a TL30 used as a motivated light for the lamp. We used a black material right of the frame to bring some contrast back. In the second shot, we used the lamp as a practical source. For the key light, we used the SL60 with softbox and another SL60 with barn door as backlight. We added some texture on the curtain with a projector mount and a reflector face towards him to add some subtle fill to the suit. Black cloth as negative fill was used on the left of the frame to finish the look. In the third scene, we see drink being poured in one of the glasses. Lighting in this shot was simplified. We used the SL60 with a projector mount to create a shaft of light on the hand and the table. And TL30 with grid was used as top light for the bottle and glasses to add an overall lift to the image. We shot these three scenes in 2 days. We did not want to rush the process as we felt that it might hamper the overall production. This was my second time recreating lighting from Hollywood movies. It was a good challenge and I could not have done it without the team. Very happy with how the scenes turned out. Looking forward to shoot more of such good stuff in the coming days. Thank you for sticking till the end and supporting the journey. See you in the next video.